Canada, America's closest ally in NORAD, just turned down the F-35. Instead, they went with Sweden's Gripen E. Not because it's cheaper, not because of budget pressures, but for something far deeper: technological sovereignty. This isn't just an aircraft contract. This is a declaration of independence. A G7 nation just said no to the biggest defense machine on the planet. They just chose a path nobody's dared to take. And the world, from the Pentagon to NATO headquarters, is scrambling to figure out why. Before we dive in, hit that like button so the algorithm knows this content matters. Because today's story isn't just about fighter jets. It's about self-determination in an age of technological dependence. To understand this decision, we need to understand the philosophy behind two completely different approaches to air power. The F-35 Lightning II represents the future Washington's painted a global combat network where every aircraft connects, sharing data in real time. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the kicker: the entire software system, from mission updates to engine maintenance, runs through Lockheed Martin's servers in the US. No source code access, no ability to self-repair. Every time a Canadian pilot takes off, they're asking permission from a system beyond their national borders. The Gripen, E-complete opposite story. Saab designed it around sovereign sustainment philosophy. Canada's not just buying aircraft. They're buying intellectual property rights, software modification rights, the right to assemble and maintain everything on their own soil. When a Gripen touches down at Cold Lake Base, RKF tech crews can pop open the engine swap components update software without calling Stockholm. They don't wait for American engineers to fly in. They don't explain their missions to third parties. This is the difference between renting technology and owning it, between being an ally and being dependent. And Ottawa just picked door number 2. But the story doesn't stop at philosophy. It's about the brutal reality of the Arctic. The Arctic doesn't forgive weakness. Temperatures hit negative 40 Celsius, winds at 100 kilometers per hour, runways buried in snow. And right here, the Gripen shows its true colors. While the F-35 needs a 2,400 meter runway, pristine surface, dedicated heating systems, the Gripen E only needs 800 meters. It can launch from a frozen highway, land on makeshift strips near the border. The Rolls-Royce EJ230 engine, built for northern European climates, where winter lasts longer than summer. When aging CF-18s have to head back to base every 4 hours of flight time, the Gripen maintains an 80-90% sortie rate even in blizzards. Russia knows this. They're pouring billions into military infrastructure, up north new air bases, in the Franz Josef Land archipelago radar systems, along the Arctic Line nuclear icebreakers. Climate change is opening up new shipping routes. Oil and gas resources under the Arctic Ocean floor are becoming economically viable. And Canada, with its aging CF-18s, is slowly losing the ability to monitor the world's largest territory. The Gripen changes this equation. Next-gen electronic warfare systems turn enemy radar blind. Modular maintenance structure lets a 6-person crew swap engines in 60 minutes right there on remote forward bases. In a conflict scenario, when major bases get hit, Gripens disperse to 15 different locations and still maintain combat capability. Washington doesn't like this, but they can't deny the military calculus behind it. The reaction from Washington hasn't been widely publicized, but diplomatic sources say they're not happy. The US ambassador in Ottawa requested an urgent meeting. The Pentagon sent a technical assessment team. The message was crystal clear: interoperability with US forces will be affected. NORAD might need protocol adjustments. And more importantly, this could set a dangerous precedent. If Canada walks away from the F-35 program, what will other allies think? Poland's reconsidering, Spain's hesitating, even Germany's starting to question long-term operating costs. But NATO's more pragmatic than Washington assumes. European military analysts were quick to point out the Gripen's fully compatible with alliance protocols. Link 16 data systems, same as the F-35. AMRAAM and Meteor missiles all integrate, adjustments in joint exercises. That's a technical issue, not political.